All right, we good.
We good.
What's up, bro?
What's up?
Troy, how you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Everything good? Got a special guest in here today, man.
I see.
A good friend of mine, Mr. Karl Williams. What's up,
Thank
brother?
you, guys. Thank you. How y'all doing? Yes, sir.
brother. Hey, before we get going, I have to do this. I have to give a shout out to my kids. My kids have been, they just been going crazy for the past couple of, the season in volleyball and in football. Mm-hmm. So my daughter, they ended up going undefeated and won their little championship. And the boys actually, I think they only lost one game, but they ended up winning their little region thing also.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah,
so
congratulations.
Yeah, so that's what's up.
So I was there for the win.
You was there for the win, both of them.
Oh, shout out your boy. He was on Blue Marble. Nice little pass.
Oh, Royce.
Hey, Roy,
yeah, Royce. Yeah. You caught it good too. That was real good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had to make sure I do that before we get going.
Oh yeah, I was gonna shout out the kids. So.
Right.
Yeah, man. So we got Karl in here. Karl, you want to tell us what you do, where you from, what's going on with you?
Karl Williams. I'm coming in from U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Thomas. Right now, I'm currently a UFC fighter. So
UFC.
Yes, sir. The little cage, octagon. We just go in there and hang out for a little bit, 15 minutes. You know.
I got a question about some UFC because I just don't. Well, maybe people say the same thing about me being a former football player. Is that because you really have to learn to take a hit. Like you really have to learn how to get beat up for us, every play, take a hit and get right back up and do it to somebody else.
Yep.
So what, am I going too fast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is good because I have a son that wrestles and I have a son that plays football. And we've had these conversations and we have these conversations indirectly.
Right.
Because your view of fighting, I see where you're going.
Yeah.
Is kind of Karl's view on football.
Okay.
So this will give kids, everybody, opportunity to see both sides and, make good decisions.
Yeah.
There we go.
So first we're going to start off
U.S. Virgin Islands.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Let's talk about growing up in the Virgin Islands.
Man, it's a smooth island lifestyle, kind of like a country lifestyle, where it's like when you're in like a small, Columbia is a big city, but you out in like Sumter or Orangeburg, you just got this small pocket of people. Same thing with the island.
Petticoat Junction, that's where I grew up at. So y'all know.
Oh, see, yeah. So it's like if you, for us, we're ocean locked, so we can't. It ain't like you can. Oh, let me just move to the big city.
Right.
Like you got to get planes. You got to first find somebody, family member that live up there, because most of the people from St. Thomas coming from other islands that aren't U.S. places. So it's like my family's originally from Trinidad. So then they moved to the Virgin Islands and stuff. Then you come to the mainland, and it's like, okay, this you don't normally get that opportunity. So growing up there, it's like only reason I came to America is because my grandmother moved to America, but my uncle moved originally. And then they start, come on. If not, I'll never came here. I'll just know it from TV, but it's a smooth life. Like I said, you just go to school, get out, find a nice little local job and just, build yourself from there. So like I said, same thing like the country lifestyle is like, some of these places got the chicken plant. All right, I'm gonna be working at chicken plant.
Right.
Daddy worked at a chicken plant. Granddaddy worked there. They got good benefits. They got pension.
Right.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Same thing for us in the island. So it's a very similar. And that's what I love about South Carolina so much. Cause it reminds me of that home feel. People are nice. Good morning, good afternoon, and stuff like that. It still got that southern charm, but still like an island vibe too. So
How old were you when you moved to the States?
I was 12 or 13. I keep messing up the date.
Okay.
So I got to really go back through history. But 12 or 13, I came up here for 6th grade.
Okay. So what are the popular sports in the islands?
Shoot. They have sports, but a lot of, for me, also growing up with my mother, my family don't really do sports. So we did volleyball at school, elementary school. They had us do volleyball once. And that's about it. I know like some of my friends who graduated high school, they had like the football team and stuff like that. But growing up, by the time I left elementary school, there's no like rec leagues like up here. Up here, like especially they keep you busy with them rec league stuff. So for us, we don't have those rec league stuff. Like they might have the baseball field. If you go where they used to do a little bit of that, but then you have to have the money.
The money to do it.
And then you work the prices that they charging. Regular local people ain't doing that. So now you got the people who come from America. They're the ones playing on the sport. So you got some families do well. So then they're on the teams. But for me, I was like, I ain't playing no rec stuff.
Oh, so you didn't play sports?
Nothing. No soccer?
No, I did volleyball that one time. That's it. No soccer.
No soccer?
No, and I suck at basketball. Everybody like, you tall, man.
So no family that played sports?
I got one cousin that ran track.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All
So, but my uncle, he does, very well. So he was able to put her into private track clubs and stuff like that. So she traveled and she ran for the Virgin Island team, and she ended up helping me get on to the U.S. Virgin Island team. So for track and field. So, but man, we need sports to come like that. I think somebody just showed that they'll open up a wrestling program down there. They're just doing that. It's 2023.
Right.
Wrestling is the oldest sport.
Yeah. Right.
We just getting it. So it's like, but what I remember, my coach came up when I first moved to America. My coach came up here and he was like, "You want to wrestle?" I'm thinking we about to hit people with chairs. I'm in 6th grade. I'm like, man, we finna be going in. I'm gonna be on the top ropes. I'm thinking that kind of wrestling.
Right.
Man, I get there. It's a dang singlet. Ain't no hit. Because I asked him, I was like, "You hit to hit people?" And he was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Dang well, you couldn't hit nobody. I was like, you done caught me into this.
He got you.
But it changed my life.
Yeah.
Wrestling is the best thing for any male or anybody to do. It teaches you discipline, how to grind. And like you said earlier with the football, it's like you gotta.
Okay, hold on.
Go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
get y'all there. I'm gonna get y'all there because this is important. All right, so you moved to America.
Yeah.
Wrestling wasn't first.
Yeah, wrestling actually was first.
Okay,
because the wrestling coach came and got me. Like I said, I didn't know nothing about no sport. I remember this how bad it was. To go back a little bit, sorry, but
no, you good.
I got Madden for Nintendo 64. We ain't know what the heck it was, but it was like $8 at the local like CD store back in the day. Had the CD stores with the games. It was like $8. So I had some money. I was like, I just buy the game just to buy a game. Man, I put it in. I didn't know what I was doing, and it just sat there.
That's
and
crazy.
none of my friends would play it.
Wow, right?
So no one knew what to do.
Nope. So we took that out. WWE go back in. WWE Nintendo 64 sit there with that controller. That was it.
So you came to America not knowing American football.
So with you coming to America though, was it? I know it's totally different. You moved to where when you
Covington, Georgia.
Covington, Georgia.
Country
Okay.
state, yeah.
So you it's kind of similar, right?
Yep.
So was there anything like of a culture shock from the Virgin Islands to the U.S.?
Oh yeah, y'all schools up here is like prisons.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
help me out.
One building, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm coming from like when we go to lunch at elementary school. When you go to lunch, and I pulled it up on when I tell people about it, I pull it up on the camera to show them on the phone to show them how it looks from a sky view. It's one building. It's like two buildings. Have the classrooms, the cafeteria. You have to go outside and walk to the cafeteria, which I understand geographically. The weather, you don't want kids wintertime having to move back and forth. But for us, they'll be like, all right, go to lunch. The higher grades, they'll just let you walk out the class, dismiss you, and you just walk down to the cafeteria. You go get your lunch, then from the lunchroom, you walk out to the field and go, and they just leave you go. Up here, you indoors all day.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm gonna walk you to the cafeteria, but I'm inside the building all day.
Yeah.
For us, we walk in, and then it's sunshine most of the year round. So it's like we just walking straight to the having fun. So when I came up here, I was like, man, this thing like I remember. And then the security cameras, y'all got so much cameras in the school system. And this is my mind when I was there. I was like, dang, it's someone now because my kids, I'm like, we need more cameras in here. I got a blind spot right here. I got this spot. We need some more cameras. So for us, coming in from the islands, here's like the school alone was just like, what the heck is this?
Wow.
And then the kids, because of the accent, I still got my accent some when I need to, but the accent, people like, what the heck? And it's like, Southern people don't like accents, boy. They do not like accents. They got theirs, but they don't. Look, everybody around here side to say, I don't know what you doing with this stuff. So, yeah.
Well, that's what's up.
All right, so you in school, you started wrestling.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how did you eventually get to playing football?
So wrestling coach came and got me. He said, hey, I'm doing football next year. You need to sign up for it. Okay. Go out there and play football. They said, just get the boy with the ball. All right. Then had me play O-line because I was big. I still built the same.
Yeah.
But once you tall, they throwing you on the, they ain't got nobody else. So
Right.
And that's one thing I say I don't like about football, but I think we might get into that
We'll
later.
get into that.
But there's like, just get the person with the ball and don't let this person get the ball.
Right.
That's all. I knew that. That was my football knowledge until high school.
Really?
Dang near until college.
So nobody actually taught you the position you was playing or how to really play football?
Nah, they just you still got your drills and stuff.
Right,
So
right,
I'm
right.
learning the drills, but nobody's
Yeah.
sitting you down like, hey, this is what football is.
Is right.
And different stuff like that. I'm
Okay.
just out there to like, all right, do this drill again. This stand like this.
Yeah.
All right, 3-point stands.
Right.
Stand like this, 4-point stands.
Right.
Like, okay, cool. And I'm just going through the motions. Same coach. I'm coaching, and that's why coaches are the best thing for us, a lot of these kids in the world, where it's like we can pull you and change your life because same coach. Hey, I'm coaching track. You need to run track.
Right.
I ain't never run track in my life.
Right.
He coaching it. Come on.
Good.
They had me shot put, discus, 100, 200.
Yeah.
I was just out there doing stuff, but coach told me come. I just go.
You just went.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Going through those motions, like get the man with the ball. Did you enjoy any of that?
Oh yeah, I loved football.
Okay.
Now later on we got things, but I love playing it.
Well, I love this anticipation.
And the work and the grind that you mentioned earlier, you gotta miss it. You gotta love it.
You love it. I'm telling you.
So
you're right.
at any point when you started playing football, did that love become better than wrestling?
Nah,
Never.
I cried for wrestling. I ain't cried for football.
Ah, okay.
I remember I got sick one time in middle school, and the coach, they told me, my grandmother took me to Coach Foot, and she was like, he got the flu.
Yeah.
And he can't wrestle. Man, I started crying. I was like, come on, coach, just let me wrestle.
Yeah,
I started
you
crying. I was in that balling. I don't really cry that much, but I was crying for that. Football, I got injured, couldn't play. I ain't really crying for it.
Okay.
And then, so you're in high school playing. What high school did you go to?
I went to Eastside High School, Covington, Georgia.
You played football 4 years there?
3 years, 9th grade, 10th grade, and 12th grade. I missed my 11th grade season because I got injured. I got 2 herniated discs. And I wasn't supposed to play senior either. But we found a good old doctor, one of my good friends at the time. Well, he ended up passing away, you know. But him and his dad came to my house. Hey, we gonna get you cleared. You get me cleared to play sports?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't even play. I couldn't even wrestle.
Yeah.
And I went to the state championship as a 9th grader. Then I couldn't even go for 10th grade. I think my coach ended up telling me I didn't even. This how bad I placed at state. I never even knew it until last year, the year before. My coach was like, you placed 4th. I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I know I lost once. That was it.
Right.
Always right before the semifinals. But
wow. So 9th grade, you went to state.
Yeah.
Wow. So okay, man, I'm all over the place. Okay, let's talk about wrestling, high school wrestling, and what the things you accomplished in wrestling.
Shoot, I don't even remember half the accolades.
Really?
Stuff. Nah, I don't be looking back.
Were you a dominant wrestler?
Yeah, I meant I think I went most of the season undefeated all the times I wrestled. I went undefeated in middle school, and then high school, I might have lost maybe like 1 or 2 matches.
You were the top wrestler in high school, middle school, at your school?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Now, we had some good people. For my weight class, yeah. For the big boys, yeah. But we had a lot of talent. We have a lot of talent. We ended up winning the state championship as a team. We had a great coach, great team. So we just talented. Like one of my teammates, he's in the UFC right now. And I know if my friend Trevor Bailey didn't pass away, he'd probably be in the UFC himself.
Yeah.
So how good was the football team?
Football team, we went to regionals. I think we should have won it, but they had a lot of stuff going on. I think that was senior year. Because what happened, our football team, they were doing bad. I think they were about to get the record for the most losses in Georgia high school history.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were going on. They were losing.
Right.
Yes, we went from a homecoming team. I don't know if y'all use that phrase.
Yeah, we do.
We was a homecoming team, boy. We want to play them on homecoming night. Everybody go shot. We went from that to like, nah, we don't want them at our field. Not on our homecoming. So our coaches, we had a great coaching staff as far as like building a team. Now I do have some gripes about how they did certain things, but as far as like building a team, unity, discipline, and all that stuff, we had that. So we ended up going from like 0 and a lot to winning our region and different stuff like that. Fall short when you start going up. But in 9th grade, the coaches came in and it kept us together as a unit. Then 10th grade, they didn't even some of us could have probably started in 9th grade, but they didn't want us mixing in with the bad. Like, nah, y'all 9th grade, y'all come to the games, watch and stuff like that, but y'all just come and watch, see what the heck they doing. And then 10th grade, a lot of 9th graders started, and then we started, after that, and then we changed the
culture and stuff.
Exactly. Now we got guys in the NFL, all kind of stuff. It's like, dang.
So did you miss your junior year of wrestling because of the injury? Oh, so
I missed my freshman, sophomore year. 10th grade. I missed 10th grade
wrestling
because of football. Because I got injured 10th grade at the end of the football season, and it was like you can't wrestle or play football because you get paralyzed.
Was this a specific play that happened?
Man, I just think it's all that banging.
So it was something that was building up.
Yeah, and then finally it happened in the game, but from the play that it happened on, dude came in. They had the down block, tackle disappeared, he cut cross, and then they had the pulling guard, a tackle come cross. Big old Lovejoy dude, about 6'6" probably, just oh man.
Yeah.
I should check his birth certificate. Now I was strong though. I held my own, but he hit me, and I saw that. I put the brace. And get him. My neck, moved. I ain't fall on the ground or nothing, but man, my hand went boom, just went dead.
Yeah.
Coach, my hand, I don't know what's going on. All right, don't get back in. It happened 2 more times, and the referee was like, if he caught it come out for this again, we boned him.
Yeah.
Oh, the ref did that.
Yeah, the ref finally told the coach, was like, because it just kept happening. Like no matter what, it was just. Well, granted, it's only 2 more times, but it was like, dang, like it just go full dead, just boom.
So at this point, do you have any gripes? So high school in general, do you have any gripes with football? What? Hold on. Are any schools looking at you as far as wrestling or football? Any colleges?
Football, yeah. I ended up getting recruited to like Clemson. I was supposed to go to Clemson, but it was like I was in 08, 09 when they coaching switches.
Okay. So
that was
Dabo came in,
and
I forgot the other coach's name.
He was there for so long.
He was there for a while. Bowden.
Bowden.
That's what it was.
Okay,
Yeah.
See, I don't even know nothing about football. I didn't even know nothing about like college really.
Were you watching college football?
Of course, no. I don't watch football now. I ain't watch football at all. I watch game cuts. That's it.
That's all.
Wow.
Coach, but I'm not. I play Madden. That's how I got most of my football knowledge. Playing Madden.
Okay, so teams were reaching out to you?
Yeah, so University of Central Florida. I ended up playing at FIU because the defensive coordinator at FIU at the time. What I did the summer there, I ended up walking away from a full scholarship because my neck and my back and different stuff. But I got recruited to a lot of places. But then some people kind of hesitant because like you just had to sit out your junior year because of the injury, but Clemson was on it, boy. I was gonna be in that orange, and the coaches got switched. That's why the political game, because coach kept driving down, defense coach kept driving down. He came to the school like 3-4 times.
Mm-hmm. So what
He's
about?
Like we're gonna unofficially offer you. We want you, blah blah. Just let you know,
right?
And then by that time, shoot, all the coaches switches. Like, dang.
So I know wrestling is big out west, maybe.
Midwest.
Did any of those schools hit you up?
Nah, because I never really placed, but then I only did junior. I didn't do my senior year because of the football, so I didn't wrestle senior. I wrestled 2 years, and then senior year you ain't trying to wrestle.
Right.
So coming out of high school, you were a football player. Is that how you?
And a track runner, yeah.
Oh, track. Did you run track in high school?
High school, what my coach told me to do, I did until I finished. So,
okay, yeah. So at the high, so is there a gripe with football at this point?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
So you keep bringing up this coach. So obviously he was a big influence on you when you first got to the school or whatever.
Yes, sir.
So he really talked to you into doing a lot. But my question I got, so why do you think that he would just throw you out there and expect you to know what's going on when it came to football?
Oh, he never did. Nah.
Okay.
So because I was getting in a lot of fights when I first moved up here. But in the islands, we can fight.
Right.
You might get, and we get beat at school in the islands. So you get in a fight, the teacher, hopefully you win, because that way you only get one beating.
Right.
So if you win, you only got that one whooping for the teacher.
Right.
So I remember I got Mr. Pisco. We used to have the little paddle, and they'll like that old school Matilda type. Yeah, that's what we used to do. Like that's what I grew up with. So when I moved up here, I was getting in trouble and stuff like that. And I still don't know what made him come to my class to get me out of class. Cause he pulled me. He a science teacher. I think he was teaching like 7th, 8th grade. What he doing at a 6th grade class, pulling me out? Because I couldn't even wrestle that year, but he made me practice. So so he just wanted me, I guess, being busy to stay out of trouble. And he didn't even know me from a can of anything. He didn't know my family. He don't know nothing. He just got me out. And my grades went from F's and D's and bad to A's and B's.
Yeah. So I know with coaches, they can really, if you're a good coach, you can see the potential in a person. So even in 6th grade, so I'm sure he must have seen something in you to be able to be like, you know what, this kid getting in trouble. So maybe you could take his anger out with wrestling or, you know, whatever
whatever
it may be. So I think that was. I mean, whoever the coach was, I mean, that's big to be able to change it and point you in the direction that you are obviously on now. So that's pretty big.
And he changed a lot of other men's lives too.
Oh yeah.
So he's still doing it now.
Yeah.
You know, I got him. He coached me recently, and I got to make my way down to his house. But we're still family. You know. So yeah, they He find them kids. He find like even my friend always be like, you know, I came from the trailer park.
Right.
Now he in the UFC, and he's like, yeah, Coach Ford would, you know, change his stuff.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right, so high school. Do you have any gripes for football at this point?
I don't. Yeah, too much politics in football.
It is.
Too much politics in football. I love the game, but I don't even want my son playing.
Yeah.
Like I said, the injuries. When I got injured, I had coaches not talk to me because I'm useless now.
Yeah.
You go from the star player, they talking to you everything, and then now you injured. It's like, all right, you just another student in the hallway.
You right.
I always tell the story. I was walking with my quarterback one time, and this is the year that I'm injured. After I'm injured, and the coach ain't say nothing to me. He talking across me, but he ain't even say, "Hey, Carl, how you doing? How the net going?" You know, about nothing.
Just high school?
High school. So now when I come back on the team, now he want to, hey, Carl, and talking. I'm like, but you have to always show coach respect. I don't care, especially with these kids nowadays. I remember I seen one video kid talking about the coaches is the reason why we lost. I'm like, dude, the coach could call the play. Y'all still got to execute. And if you feel like the coach is doing bad, you can always blow your assignment and make a play.
Right.
And then I know we got chewed out for doing it, but at least
you got to make the play though.
Yeah,
if you're gonna change it, if you're gonna change it, go out on your own. Yeah.
You know, so he came trying to talk to me, and I, you know, just yes sir, going in and stuff like that. And I guess he ain't like, because it wasn't like super friendly. But I'm like, dude, you already showed me you don't bang with me.
Right.
Matter of fact, even UGA, my athletic director for the school ended up calling me. UGA was at the school, right? Never said, he introduced me, hey, this Carl, one of our players. I was walking in the cafeteria. I remember walking in the cafeteria, him and the UGA head coach out there. And he just introduced, hey, gone, right? Because the coach probably like, who this big head dude?
Right.
So then, so he said hello. That was it. The next week, I won the 100 for track and field for the state of Georgia. I had the second fastest time that year for the 100. So now UGA calling the athletic director. He done bypassed the coach, calling the athletic director. Who's this big guy y'all got winning the state? Blah, blah, blah. So my athletic director was like, oh, that's, you know, Karl Williams, you know, defensive end, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, how is this dude calling the athletic director, asking these questions? Why he didn't know that from before?
Right.
He should have been seen the film, and y'all should have been told him all the stuff. So
how much you weigh running the 100?
A little 2 something, you know, a little heavy. Now big.
What was your
like 2?
I know this your question
because I wrestle like heavyweight. I wrestle like heavyweight and 215. So
what was your time?
I was like 210, 10-6. I pick him up and put him down a little bit.
You was Damn.
So
Troy, a legend on the track field.
Yeah.
There we go. What's your time?
I ran a little bit. 3.2 was my fastest.
See. Man.
But I mean, track was my first love before football. See? So and I kind of got, you know, just everybody did football in our little small town. So you ran track, you play sports. So that's kind of how I got into that. So yeah.
And you were heavily recruited in high school.
I was.
Did you ever sense any
politics?
Well, you never had a period where you were injured and went down,
right? But I can attest to playing in the NFL is that when I ended up hurting my labrum, the year I got hurt, I think it was like the third or fourth game in, having a pretty good season, hurt my shoulder. I'm in the
Wait, you blew past the NFL part.
What you mean?
Oh, we gonna get y'all,
see?
man. This is why I want to bring y'all two together.
What's that?
Oh, you just flew past the NFL part.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't. You did say you
I
didn't
didn't tell y'all
nothing.
anything about each other. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, want to give them a real quick update.
Oh, so I mean, I highly recruited out of high school for track, won the 100, 200, my junior, my senior year, won the 4x1 all 4 years in track, and then we won 2 state championships in football, 30-0. Got recruited pretty much anywhere in the country I could have went, but I chose South Carolina here in Columbia. Went to South Carolina, had a great career. So my junior year, I decided to leave school early and go to the NFL. So I ended up being a top 10 pick, number 7 pick overall in 2005. Played till 2011. So I mean, and I
He got that pension too.
So just a little bit. So, but yeah, I mean, but my thing is that I mean, I felt like I used football up until I didn't need it no more. Especially when it comes to injuries and stuff like that. And even when you talk about your kids, one thing I did with my kids, I wanted them to learn the fundamentals of football before they actually was just thrown into it. So they played flag football up until maybe 8th grade.
Okay.
So that, I mean, because I believe, just doing that, you learn how to catch, run routes, what certain people do at certain positions. So just the fundamentals of what football is.
Pursuit angles.
Instead of just throwing them out there and be like, figure it out. Or let me teach you this while you're getting busted in the mouth. No, let them learn, run free. Then when they come down to it, and I believe it's really helping my kids out a lot now because of being able to do that. And you're going to have a longer career, no doubt.
Yeah.
Instead of being beat up when you're 6 years old, get beat up a little bit when you 12, 13, a little older.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I didn't start playing until my freshman year of high school. Got kicked off the team in my sophomore year. Then my homeboy talked me back into playing my junior year. So, I mean, I tell people, like, my path was perfect. Like, and we can go back further. Like, the thing about, like, I burned twice, or 17% of my body burned. So I had to learn how to walk. This is when I was 7. So it was a lot of stuff that I went through in order to make it to, the NFL. So, I mean, I tell people, man, I was highly blessed to be able to go through what I went through and being able to play in the NFL, even for the 6 years that I played. So I mean, it's just it was a blessing. So
because 6 years is not. 6 years is a lot. That's what I mean. 6 years is a lifetime,
right?
Because 3 years after 3 years, you get your pension. So that already, if the whole organization say after 3 years you did enough to retire, you already know 6 years. That's 2 careers.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sitting
blessed.
Two professional athletes. I didn't tell anybody anything. So okay, that's good. So that's Mr.
I was saying, dang.
Yeah, that's Mr. Troy Williams right there. He's a legend down here. Okay, so damn, I forgot where we was at.
Go ahead. He was talking about was it high school being highly recruited?
Highly recruited. Okay, and then the Georgia guy.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
So all right, so you're being recruited. Is your plan in life to go somewhere based off football?
Man, honestly, I ain't really have no plan. I was just following. Even now with the UFC stuff, I just follow where the path take me. So, football, I went to college for football. Now, granted, I was like, okay, well, once you get to college, you're like, I do this and then go to the pros,
right.
But my dreams and everything wasn't like, because like I said, I didn't know about the sport until I moved up here. So it's not like some of these people, even like with the UFC stuff, I just fell into this.
Yeah.
People like, man, I've been trying to do this all my life. I'm like, your whole entire life?
Right.
Then you feel bad a little bit because like you just like, even like for yourself, you say you ain't start really until later on. So now it's like, you've been playing rec ball and this is your dream and you feel, bad for them and stuff like that. But it's like, I'm just going out here doing my thing. Yeah. I just know to work hard and just keep grinding. Right. So
man, there's a lot of people like that. I have a good friend, Brian Quick. He didn't play football to his senior year of high school. NFL. I heard your story. We're gonna get to that. All right. So what college did you go to? And was it for football?
I went for football. I went to Georgia State. Got recruited from them. Played football. They were like, "Yeah, you could come here." And that's why I say with the gripes with football, you could come here. You could run track, different stuff. And then I didn't even know it was illegal for them to keep calling you the same night.
Right.
Man, coach just kept calling me. Hey, you gonna commit to us? You gonna commit to us? You gonna commit to us? I would say this to any parent that watching this: do not give these coaches your kid number.
Right.
They're gonna want your kid number to talk. Do not give them your kid number. I don't care if you're a mother with or grandmother like mine, because I moved up here with my grandmother. Don't give them your kid's cell phone number. If they need a contact about something, they could come to the house
or call me
or call you.
Parent. Right.
Yep. Cause I remember I was sitting in my room. They kept calling. You gonna commit now? All right, let me think about it. And I'm thinking about this by myself in my room.
Yeah.
I only did the one college visit with them, and I had the other I think it's like 6. So I had the other ones to go to. I ain't even go to nobody yet. But they trying to get that hurry up and commit to us.
Yeah.
And then for me, even for me, I could have decommitted and went to FIU, but I'm like, you know what, staying loyal, blah blah. And they just kept calling, I committed, and then I never decommitted. And even like if I knew better, I went to App State, because when I was getting recruited from Clemson, the defensive coach that recruited me, his son was the assistant coach for App State, and this is like I think the year or so after they beat Michigan. So. But I don't know nothing about football. Right. So I was like, if I knew better, I probably went there, because you could probably did a lot better career there, because they're already established. Georgia State, this was their first football team doing all this stuff. So it's like, and I was like, okay, whatever. Yeah. Like I say, I didn't care. I was just like, all right, cool.
Yeah. Did any agents reach out to you?
Nah, did they get those for high school?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm about to say. Yeah, I was like,
okay. So
I know. I was like, you.
So when you're being recruited in high school, it's just you and your parents.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Like, it's nobody helping you guys. You do it.
Nope.
Now the thing about that, what he was saying, don't give the kids the number, is totally different now, because you got social media. Like, coaches, they want you to, show that you visited us and take a picture with us, and they're pulling back from a lot of stuff now because of, I guess, the advantage some of these other schools getting by, taking they were talking about stopping from taking photo shoots and stuff on visits and stuff like that. But you pretty much, as a parent and a kid, especially if it's your first child, trying to figure this out on your own.
Oh, wow.
So there's no guidance. There's no guidance.
So you just by yourself going through that. And you kind of just said, all right, I go with y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. And so
unless you got a parent who been to college and know this stuff, and a lot of, honestly, bro, how many kids who parents went to college and different stuff really having the kids play football too much? Now, granted, if you do play and stuff like that, so it's not saying that none of them do. Yeah. But those parents, like I remember sitting at the table in Akron, Ohio, the Zips, and I'm the only person up there.
Right.
And I'm sitting at a table with parents and all kind of stuff. Shoot, some of them bringing their grandmother, to the visit. Wow. You there by yourself. So some people do have to, but they granted, they're still as lost as I am.
I agree.
They just older. So now they looking at different stuff and trying to figure out, like, okay, what's this college thing they talking about? Okay, what's this school? Oh, this look nice. This look nice.
Right.
And they just, happy that you had a good place. Now, my baby at this nice looking school.
Right.
So
they don't got to come out of pocket for money. I mean, everything's free. So
yep, they fly you out.
Okay, so how did that first year of college go? Did you play ball?
We did, cause we had to wait the year, so we practiced a lot, scrimmage a lot. It was terrible. It was terrible because you practicing. I remember my coach was like, "I'm gonna break you."
Yeah.
Now you recruited me, and that's why I said that earlier. You recruited me, telling me I could run track and play football. Now it's track season.
Yeah.
I'm running track. I'm making all my obligation. Half of these people getting in trouble, all kind of stuff. Me, I didn't party at the time, and I ain't drink, so I'm just in my room chilling, going do my day to day stuff. I'm what you want, really.
Right.
But they was like, we're gonna release you, because I remember they called me. They was like, we've been trying to call you. I went to Louisiana to visit my dad, because we trying to build that relationship. Young man trying to build relationship stuff. Like I went to Louisiana. They was like, we've been trying to call you. I'm in Louisiana. Back then them phones is different.
Yeah.
So I finally get back to Georgia, and my grandma was like, they trying to call you. So I call them, and they was like, we think you want to run track more than you want to play football. How? Yeah. We ain't have no conversation. You telling me this.
Right.
Then on top of that, I'm making all my football obligations. And I was on my way to a 10-3. Pull my quad, strain my quad.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the finish line. Dude behind me. Now I'm in first place. Dude behind me ran 10 10 low 4s. And by the time I fell and got up, I still ended up running like a 10, like 10-6, 10-7.
Yeah.
I was on my way.
I was
like, I think that was God, like we talked, I think before we started recording, where it's like, if I had won, how you gonna get rid of the guy who just won conference? Because this was a conference meet.
Yeah.
How you gonna get rid of that guy? So it was destined for me to pull that.
Yeah.
But now I went to FIU. So now they like, oh, you want to run track, but now you can't. How you gonna? You got one of the fastest kids in the conference right now. You gonna let him go? So now, but that's how I say that was a good thing that happened to me. I ended up going to FIU. Because as soon as they called me, I called my friend because I was supposed to decommit to them and go to FIU. Because my friend mother, she got my film and she started saying, she's like, why you going to Georgia State? I don't know nothing. But her family, they UM people. They from Miami. They know football in and out.
Yes, sir.
They know that football. So she had got my film. She's like, why you going to Georgia State? I'm like, man, it's a school. What's, So she got my film. She sent it to FIU and UM. Before I went to Georgia State, she sent it to FIU first. Then they was like, yeah, send them down here. But I was like, I already committed to Georgia State. Don't be loyal to these colleges until. And now you see, well, now these kids doing it now. They got the portal stuff. Back then, you couldn't just transfer. You was like, man, you got to sit out of here, all this stuff. So I was like, I already committed, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, I was like, all right, I'll go to Georgia State. Then they do that. They pull that stuff. And I'm like, you talking about me playing I got recruited for football. And half of these schools didn't even have track programs, So I stayed there. Then I ended up going down. After they released me, I was like, hey, what about UM Miami? She made them phone calls. I didn't go to UM because the cost. Right. And this is at the end of the summer now. So now, or beginning of the summer, all the scholarships gone. Right. So then she was like, go to UM. The Miami coach sent me told her to go back to FIU. Marball or something like that. He played at UM too, but when I right down there at FIU, the University of Central Florida coach who was recruiting me, he was a defensive coordinator for FIU. Now I think he's a head coach for Georgia Tech. Okay. But when I got there, he was like, oh, Karl, I wanted you so bad. But Florida don't go out of state. Right. Florida got all the speed. Now their offensive linemen, tight ends, they'll get from out of state. But if you look at their roster, half them kids or more of them kids in state. So that's what UFC went and did. Yeah, UCF. That's what they did. They went with in-state athletes instead because they wanted a quarterback on myself. So went down there for the summer, made the team, and then just walked away from the scholarship. Really? I feel so bad. Coach Smith was helping me, and it was I done made it through the camp. They're on the phone with NCAA. They done call my mother. Please make him stay. I know it's a struggle. Please make him stay. And this was during the summer, and they called my mother. Then they was talking to NCAA to get me to play that season because Georgia State didn't play that year. Right. So now they're like, well, can we just have him play this year? So I'm there. Done took the pictures with the suit, them suit and tie pictures to the side. Done took all of that. Yeah. Camp is done. We're literally getting ready for the first week of school. I packed my car up and I just started heading back to Georgia.
What made you do that?
They gave me a full track scholarship. They worked a deal out with the track team. Now as an adult, I feel bad, but then it was the way my life was supposed to go. Because it's like now when you look at the in and outs of what they probably had to do to get that scholarship and all that stuff, all the behind the scenes stuff, now he's like, you just wasted people's time. Right. But man, my back was bothering me. My neck was bothering me a little bit. A couple of days I could barely get out of bed. I was just like paining through practice because I have compressed disc in my lower back. So I'm just going through all this pain. I'm like, man, forget this. Yeah. And dealing with, like I said, trying to figure out the scholarship stuff. And I ended up like a little bit, slept in my car for a little bit before the camp. Yeah. Before, camp, they put you up in the dorm rooms and stuff like that for whoever. So before that, I was in my car for a little bit and I was like, no. All right. So I did all this struggling to literally walk away at the
Walk
good part.
away. Right,
But
right.
sometimes, but that's a big thing with life. Sometimes you got to walk away because I could have played and got injured the first season and been paralyzed. So it's like, it's the best thing because I end up later on in life because of MMA, I was able to get neck surgery to fix it. But walked away from that and then just started running track. And I ran with the Olympic team for the Virgin Islands doing the 4x1. Did that for 2012 Olympics. We tried to qualify and then fell off a motorcycle. Really? Guy was like, don't waste your time. No. I was training with UGA, Coach Claire from Bahamas. Getting them times down. I'm telling y'all, I got you. Y'all got you. And doing all of that, did all that training, went to, and we was getting ready for Worlds. Because, you know, right after Olympics is Worlds. So we getting ready for Worlds. And I'm getting fast, boy. Slimming down a little bit, actually getting ready for, like, track body now. You ain't doing the stuff. Because I was at South Carolina State, but they weren't really, like, a big on, like, certain things. You know how them big programs are. So got down, went to Trinidad for Carnival, fell off that motorcycle. I was like, well, that's it for track. Dang. Ain't no money in it either. So it's like,
unless you one of the top guys, you know, girls. So
that's like, I changed that one. I was like, you know what? I'm doing this track stuff. You ain't making no money. Yeah. Now, granted, you could, and that's the thing with some people is like, I could have kept on doing it probably until like 20 something and been like, okay, I'm doing, I get stories to tell like I'm talking about now. Like, yeah, man, I went to Germany for Worlds. I went to this. Bro, you broke as a joke. Right. So I stopped doing that, started driving trucks. Yeah.